All right, so I get to talk about new characters again, and also try to let the unbiased part of me like out today because I am like very salty that I got spooked by Juna Arjuna while summoning for this character with a rainbow. It was painful, but Ptolemaios, I believe that's the pronunciation. Ptolemaios. You have a Greek Shiro face, which is funny. Kind of makes me wonder what would have happened if Iskander was summoned in the 5th Grail War, or if he actually saw Shiro while Shiro before the fire. Would he have say that, oh, that looks like one of my brothers in arms? I don't know. But got a really cool design. Mist apparently likes him because Mist has an old man fetish. But I mean, this guy does look fucking unique. He does not look like, he kind of looks like a magician, like Zelrich. Yeah. So cool design. We haven't seen too many characters that look like him in FGO. And 2 different voice actors. Cool. Okay. First off, base attack, 12 point, basically 12k. This is a good number for a 5-star. It's well above the midpoint of 1150, 500. So 500 above. Any grails, bows, anything, just gonna make it better. HP a little lower to compensate, but again, it's not even that low. It's about, I don't want to say average because I don't know. I know the base attack, midpoint. I don't know base HP midpoint off the top of my head, but basically 14k, not bad. Star weight, star gen. Wait, his point. He has 9. Hold up. Am I tripping? Okay, so not, this isn't gonna be huge, but he actually does have like Rider Star Gen, not Archer. Interesting. You're not gonna be able to like gen too many stars. I just thought it's just something I wanted to point out that an Archer actually doesn't have has more than 8. Usually it's like 0.7 or 7.7 at like as the most variation, but like cool. This quick card is just a little better than other archers. MP charge 0.43%. This might be a pain point for people, especially if you're trying to Black Grail loop with him. Because spoiler, he changes MP like Melisson, but he can change it back. There is a lot of different applications you can do with that. Like truly, depending on your team and which Mystic code you're using, you will get very different things out of his kit. 0.43, that's not the worst for an Arts AOE MP. We see that with Melisson. Is he gonna be looping as well as Melisson? Let's move on. First skill. Oh, right. I didn't even talk about the hit counts. Okay, so 3 hits on quick, 3 hits on arts, 2 of them, and 3 hits on 2 buster cards, 5 hit extra attack. He is an archer with, granted, above average star gen, but low base MP gain. This extra attack, you're gonna need the append to like help refund, but I'm not saying that's what you should pick. 100% mana loading, 100%, not a question. Your mana loading is gonna help so much on this unit. First skill, 20% attack, 1000 HP per turn, 15 stars per turn. This is really nice. You can double stack this with Vich. You can double stack this with Vich. which is interesting because you usually don't. Most of the time when I'm reducing cooldown with a bitch, I'm not double stacking stars per turn. That actually is like really cool that he's basically getting what Cuckoo gets every turn when this skill is double pop. How she like pretty much gets 30 stars every time she MPs, and in Buster farming, she's MPing every time. That's really cool. And then again, double stacking, you get 2000 heal per turn, which will completely heal. If you're using double Vitch, this will like one proc of this will completely heal everything. So first skill, let's get a lot going. And again, these stars return isn't just for Ptolemaios, because like the supports will benefit from critting on their cards. If you're running him in a full arts team, they will greatly appreciate having stars, because art servants do not naturally gen stars. You need to make them. Also, I just think it's really funny that he's supposed, like, people are okay, no, there is no Shiro face thing, but charisma of salvation. If salvation isn't something Emiya would be fighting for, I don't know what is. He's there to help people, to save them. Oh my god. I don't know what this says, but we can read the effect. 20% arts, 20% buster. Not for just himself though. This is for the party. Even more utility when running him in full arts or full buster team, because now his arts supports are going to regen their MPs faster. A lot faster. Like think Tamamo. If you're running a team of Ptolemaios, Tamamo, and Castoria, well, now Tamamo has both MP gain and an arts buff, which she usually, like in her farming, she usually never get, or not farming, in her synergy, she almost never gets an arts buff. That will greatly help with her triple arts stack. She might not need like multiple turns of not being able to pop her MP. She might just be able to do it like every other turn. Crit attack chance resistance, 20% for 3 turns. Yeah, no, this stops their supports from getting crit down. This stops Ptolemaios from getting crit down. 50% battery at the end of it. The battery makes the skill like cooldown worth it. I definitely think without this battery, and even if the battery was like 30, it could still function as a 5 turn, probably 6. I want to say 6 just because of how much other shit is on the skill, but I am very glad that it is a 50 battery, because he is able to Black Rail loop. So if you are in stage 1 or 2, you will jump to stage 3, you will get a 30% battery, and you'll get 30% MP damage. Nice. If you are stage 3, you will go to stage 1, you will get 30% MP gain, 50% crit damage, 500% star weight, which for an archer is probably more than he actually needs, and then 20 stars. This is on a 5-turn cooldown, so you could, if you had Atlas Mysticode, you could literally pop all his skills in the same turn twice. That's, oh, actually, except his battery. Everything but his battery can be popped on the same turn twice. So that begs the question, what ascension do you start with? Basically, you start, if you are arts farming, you start in stage 1 or 2. If you are trying to be just like regular farming, 1 and 2. Even if you're buster, even if you're in a challenge quest, you might still want to start out on 1 and then like literally cycle through and then double pop, so you get both of these. That is up to you, and it depends on how long the fight is going to last. But if you are single target farming, I would say having a battery like this would be nice. A caveat to the Vitch thing though, you are going to probably want like MP2 just so you're not wasting gauge with Bitch, because if you start at 1 and you're popping all the skills and you have mana loading maxed out, you're at 100% battery. So you're gonna have to wait. Like, if you want to switch him back, you're gonna have to wait till next turn if you only have MP1. If you have MP2, then you can go for a higher overcharge if you want, but you got to make sure you're actually able to get back to your MP, otherwise you have a problem. Passive skills: 17.5% debuff resistance, independent action A for 10% crit damage, 11% arts up, and 20% buff removal resistance. Thank God, chat. I do not like looking at Atlas Academy. I'm sorry, because this was the most confusing mess of a thing to look on Atlas. Like, hang on, let me see if it's still up here. Let me see if it's still... Yeah, like, first off, this is a goddamn mess. If you don't know what to look for, if you're misreading this is a goddamn mess. And then there's this fucking mess that I was like, wait, so is this like everything but car buffs? Why is this so like, why is this just a giant nothing burger of like everything, and I didn't see car buff, right? Or buff increased damage, buff increased defense, buff attack, buff defense, buff crit damage, buff evade, buff evade invo, buff guts, buff MP damage, buff crit rate, buff sure hit. I did not see car buff. So in my head, I'm like, wait, does he have buff removal resistance for everything but a car buff? Atlas goes too in depth and isn't user friendly, but I mean, it is just the database, so I get it. It is not meant for content creators that don't understand Japanese to be like actually like reading off it. That's what this is for. This is just much better organized for me personally. Maybe if I used Atlas more, I'd be able to like navigate it better, but it's just not me. So, pen skills. If you get mana loading, you can start from 0 just like Melisson. Unlike Melisson, you're gonna need 2 different skills maxed out. Well, 3. Because Melisson needs her 3rd skill and she needs her append. Ptolemaios needs 2nd skill, 3rd skill, and mana loading maxed out. So okay, yeah, not pretty. Anti-archer, okay. Archer hate is real. You know what? He truly is a Shiro face. You know why? Because he hates other archers. Oh my god, the absolute references. Also, notice how these also kind of remind me of Kansho and Bakuya. Two swords like placed on a hill. Yeah, no, the Shiro references I will never like not be able to unsee. Okay, MP. So in both versions, it's 5 hits. But the effects really do change. You can tailor this servant based on what you need. Buster form. Ascensions 1 and 2. You get ignore defense for a turn, activates first. So actually, unlike other units that have ignore defense mostly intrinsic, I think Nero, Ibuki, OG Ibuki, they have like, if they get buff blocked, they'll still pierce defense, because the pierce defense is part of the MP, not a buff. This is a buff though, so it can be, you might not get it every time. Also reduces defense 20% after damage. Unfortunate. But he does get MP damage before damage. So that's small mercies. Imagine how bad it would be if he got MP damage up for 1 turn after damage. Yeah, that'd be amazing. All right. Also, the MP animation is Ultraman. Like, just giant laser. Stage 3. Instead of Pierce defense, it's Ignore evasion. Still has the defense down, and MP damage is still the same. 5-hit AOE arts, though. Just like Melisyn. So, I have actually not seen what the looping numbers look like. So, we're gonna see together. Bringing us up one. Let's actually bring it to 200. We're going to really see it. All right. Okay, yeah. Okay, so it's saying start in stage 1. Yeah. Because like you'd want to be popping the 3rd skill. So out damages Durga. Okay, no. For every single servant, at MP1 he completely out damages them by at least 20%. That's really cool. Black Grail, same thing. He's out damaging everyone else by at least 20%. For Charger, this is closer to 33%. Yeah. So he's hitting a 3rd harder than Charger. Oh boy. But from what I've seen, he just barely is able to do this farming. Plushy put out a video, and against all Berserkers, he was looping exactly 70%. So as long as you're getting enough overkill, you should be able to loop fine with this guy. It really does seem like it's an overkill problem more than anything else. But that's saying a lot considering like how good his like turn, like his just damage in general is. Like, yes, he's out damaged by Durga in turn 1, but he's quickly overtaking that. Now, single target one. And yeah, from now on, I'm just gonna keep these at 200 just so it's easier for people to see. Okay. Wow. Okay. He is the hardest hitting base archer in the game for AoE. No, Gilgamesh outdoes it, but wow. Wow, is that a high bar to set though when you first release? Because he doesn't have niches. Like, that is a thing. Like, he doesn't have niches. His damage here is the same here. But that's also kind of an advantage because you don't have to worry about what place to bring him. You just bring him. Unfortunately, does mean if you have Durga and any, and I mean any of her buffs proc, you're out damaging Ptolemaios. Like literally, Sky attribute just barely out damage him. Demonic greatly out damage him at that point, and then you can stack both of them together. It's good. I'll just say, like, it's good that he's where he is. It's good that him and Takasugi are comparable to each other, and one's not so much better than the other because they're both they should be relative to each other. If both of them don't have like super effective, like, it would be kind of fucked if Ptolemaios was just so much better. Like, his base MP damage was like 36, and it's like Takasugi's out here with 26. Is like, damn. He had to buff his MP already because of this guy. All right, so let's just go to the single target part. What the fuck? Okay, so assumes, wait, what? No shot. Okay, that's so what the fuck? Sorry for the voice crack, but what the actual fuck? You assume this one. You assume this one starts from the Ascension, but not the other one? Huh? Okay, chat. So straight up. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Okay, so depending on how you run this, his damage may or may not be higher. Because I do understand this, but I don't see the point of using this. I don't know. I guess this is something that. Yeah, no, this is not something that would actually show on a chart like this, because it is a very setup dependent issue. Like, whether you're starting at stage 1 or 2, 1 and 2 or 3 would greatly affect the damage for this. But it does mean that depending on how you finagle your way with this, depending on your buffs, you will have a higher like base damage, technically, depending on if you're able to cycle through from 1 to 3 and then back to 1. It is technically his own buffs. It is technically stuff from his own kit, but at that point you are double stacking everything. So it's one of those things where it's not gonna show. It's just like a Melisson and Cuckoo thing, where his actual numbers only in single target. This is really only a single target thing. His actual numbers wouldn't even show on a list like this. Ascension mats. Yikes. Oof. Yeah, if you are not, I think this is Paper Moon, good luck. If you're still in Lost Belts, you better be doing events. Otherwise, you're not getting this, or you're wasting cum prisms. This is literally the most expensive shit I have ever seen. I don't care about how much you need. Your entire pen, you either need gold mats or a Lost Belt 7 mat. At least this is pure prism, but holy shit, if you're not prepared, this guy is gonna drain your shit. He's gonna use mats other units desperately need. Oh boy. Okay, so we do have to go to Atlas because this is not up yet. On CE, arts up 8, buster up 8, MP damage 10 for the entire party. Solid. Fits his kit very well. It basically gives AOE 30% arts and buster up for his second skill. Not bad. So, is Ptolemaios a unit you should be going after? If you like the versatility of having a single target that can swap to AOE and then back again, this servant has a lot of value. Because just like how Barghest isn't, or no, unlike Barghest, who is like kind of average on AOE and like good on single target, this guy is literally at the top, or he's basically at the top, and depending on supports, can go even higher than literally all of his competition for raw damage. Now, Refund is a completely different story. Whether you're able to get the refund you need or not is completely dependent on enemies and just like node situations. But that's what a unit like this is for. You plan for the node like as you're doing it. If you have like good instincts and situational awareness, you won't need to like really hyper prep for this. You'll just go and you'll just get used to doing it like that. I cannot recommend this servant, but I am extremely biased because of the Juna spook. I am just salty. I don't want to deal with this servant, even if he's a Shiro face, just because I'm fucking salty. I got a rainbow on Juna. I got a rainbow on this guy's banner and got Juna. I'm mad. I'm really mad. But I'm not gonna hold it against this guy. His kit looks nice. This is some cool stuff. I'm glad we're getting more units that can do stuff like this. They're changing up the formula. Maybe on NA I will get this guy, but I'm happy I got Wanjina now, because like she fits what is already built on my account and she didn't piss me off like that. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you enjoyed, drop a like or sub. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.